Hey everybody, how are you? It is Julie and okay. I'm here. Session 2. I'm super excited. Session 2 of our Get Well Soon card class. This is a free online class. I will have an ordering link in the comments. You will get all of the pre-cut supplies to make these 4 projects. If you place a $35 order this week, if you place a $50 order, you will get a Saleabration freebie and the pre-cut supplies, plus a little gift from me. So I hope you're excited. I hope you're ready to get started stamping. I think I'm ready. I'm gonna tell you, I've had a busy morning this morning. I have had a call with my coach, with my business coach, Rhonda, who many of you know. So I've had a call with her. And so I have some fun plans coming up. I have gotten ready for Creating for Christ tonight. We've got our live Zoom Bible study tonight, so I'm excited about that. And I've been prepping the Creating for Christ projects that are going to mail out tomorrow. And then just getting all the last minute details together for this. So it's been a busy day so far, and there's more to come. But you will be pleased to know that Fiona, my Stampin' Dog, is underneath the table right below me. So you may see her pop in and out. One never knows. So anyway, but I'm ready to get going. Are you guys ready? So here we go. I'm going to get my computer going over here so that hopefully I can see comments. I know that that's not necessarily the most aesthetically pleasing logistical way to do it, but it's what I'm going to do. So Brenda says hi from Calgary. Hi, Brenda. All right, come on, Facebook. I don't need to see all the stuff there. Okay. All right, good. Okay. So here we go. I am going to start with project 1. Now, last week, 2 of you guys bought this Speedy Recovery stamp set and you liked it. So I'm going to go with project 1. We're going to go with a card. We're going to start off just kind of jumping in, but I've got some amazing 3D things for you that I really think you're going to like. Okay. So project number 1, I'm going to show you the card first, I think. Okay. Super cute. Isn't that a cute card? Isn't that cute? So I'm going to make that. I'm going to pull the camera down, show you what I need to do, and we'll get going. So come on down, camera. Come on down. Let me take a look here on Facebook and see if my hands and everything are in a good place for you. Because if my hands are in a good place, then the projects will be in a good place. Why does it keep sending me all these weird messages? Okay. All right, we're good. This is what we're going with. All right, so let's get going on this card. So this is a super quick and easy wishing you a simple recovery card. I'm going to scoot it over here. There we go. Okay, so this is the area I need to be working in. All right, so I'm going to start off with my background color. This is Sweet Sorbet. It is an in color right now, and I love it. So got that. I've just folded it. Remember, all our card bases are 4 1/4 by, well, this one would be 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. Then I'm going to take a scrap piece of cardstock along with my other 2 pieces. This is from the beautiful flowers that I showed you last week. It's the Hostess option. And one of you last week placed a $150 order so that you could get this big pack of paper. So this is from that, the beautiful flowers. It's a Hostess choice in the January to April catalog. I think I'll actually go on and do this mat here. Okay. So just using some adhesive, I'm going to put that on there. You can see by looking at this that I pick out the colors for the card really based on the colors that are in the DSP. So that's just kind of how I do it. So I'm going to set that aside for right now. I'm going to grab a scrap of paper from my handy bag of white scraps. And I'm going to stamp the teacup, the coffee cup, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and this again is from the Speedy Recovery stamp set. And I'm going to stamp that in Sweet Sorbet. Now you're going to see once I stamp it, I'm going to have to do a little bit of fussy cutting. And fussy cutting on, oh, y'all, that honestly, look, that stamps so nicely. The stamp design is set up so that you have the kind of that distressed look there. So that really does stamp nicely. It makes it pretty easy. But I'm going to fussy cut. fussy cutting is hard to do live. It's hard to do, for me, it's hard to do not live too. But I'm going to do it because I am here for you. Do you guys like to fussy cut? Hi, Vicki. How are you? Oh, I'm seeing some other comments. Brenda, Jen. I have 2 Canadians on here right now. That's super fun. All right, so let's fussy cut. Maybe you guys can give me some fussy cutting tips in the meantime. I will tell you, I think the reason I fussy cut, I am not nervous about talking. Like, I'm not nervous about talking to you guys. If you saw me last week, you saw that the, doing the card upside down and backwards really can't get much worse than that. And I just laugh about that. But, so I don't get nervous talking to people. But for some reason, fussy cutting, sometimes my hands shake a little bit. I will tell you, I feel like I'm doing pretty good right now, though. Do you talk to yourself when you stamp? Like, I 100% talk to myself. And most of the things I say, it's probably the nicest time I talk to myself. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, you did that so well. Julie, that is an amazing bow. Way to go. And like right now in my mind, I'm like, girl, you are killing it on the fussy cutting, right? So of course, that probably means I'm going to have some big error happen right now. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is the best fussy cutting I've ever done. Best fussy cutting I've ever done in my whole entire life. So, Jen, no tips for me. Fussy cutting is her least favorite thing. Well, all right. That's okay. That's okay. So, I've got my fussy cutting done. I'm going to grab another scrap here. Actually, you know what? I'll just use the one that I had out here right now. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this teacup again. But I'm going to stamp it in Granny Apple Green. Again, how did I get Granny Apple Green? Because people smarter than me put Granny Apple Green in that DSP. So I'm going to stamp it in Granny Apple Green. Really, the only thing that I'm interested in, though, is just that bottom part, okay? That bottom part right there. I want that in Granny Apple Green. Now, that right there, I'm not a fan of, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to hide that. So I'm going to go with my magic paper plan, which is simply flip your paper over. Do you know where paper is magic? It totally is. And maybe not push down quite so hard. There we go. Perfect. I know it's not straight, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be straight. You're going to see in just a minute. So I've stamped that. Now what I'm going to do is take my sentiment, which is going to be wishing you a speedy recovery. And I'm going to stamp that in basic gray because I think the black is just a little bit harsh. Now, I need to stamp kind of close here, and you'll see why in just a minute. So, basic gray, wishing you a speedy recovery. And I'm going to go right about like that. Okay? That I can fix. So that's not even a big deal. I know it's a little crooked, and I don't want you to worry about that. Okay, other things in the world to worry about than that being a little crooked. Okay, I have a plan here. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the deckled dies. Can you see that like up close there? You see like it's a little bit of a curvy die cut there. Remember when I first started doing paper crafting back in the day, paper tearing was a big thing. You guys remember that, paper tearing? Because we kind of wanted that rough edge there. So these deckled dies, they're a rectangular shape, but they do it for you. And so that makes it pretty easy. It gives it a deckled edge. Hence the name deckled dies. See? Pretty smart there. Brenda, you're not a fan of fussy cutting either. It looks like the Canadians do not like fussy cutting. Brenda and Jennifer are my 2 Canadian friends. They don't like fussy cutting. So I am going to put this in here. My, Jen, what do we call it? My baby boss, right? My baby boss. I'm going to put this in my baby boss. Now, you will notice this die cutting machine here. I'm going to tell you something. It is an amazing opportunity for people because you can get it for free right now. It's Saleabration. $129. You get the $65 Baby Boss machine free and $175 in product of your choice. This is US dollars because that's the only place that you can join my Stampin' Sisters team. I'm sorry, my Canadian friends, but that is a great deal. $129 US. You choose $175 in product, and then you get this Baby Boss die cutting machine added on free. Told you guys I like it because I keep it right here at my desk. I don't have a huge desk here. And so works out really, really well. You're going to see what I cut. I kind of see the image right now. You're going to see the cut, and you're going to love it. And now you're going to understand why it didn't really matter so much. That's a little bit stuck right there. Now it's unstuck. How about that? You're going to see that it really didn't matter so much that I did this crooked, and that spot's going to go away. Okay? So here's what I've got right here. Now we're going to put this thing together. I know right now you're like, Julie, I love you. I'm not having high hopes. I don't know what you're doing, and I'm not sure I like it. It's okay. Don't you even worry about it. Have I ever let you down? Have I ever let you down? The answer for that is no, I have not let you down. So I am going to take my white seam binding. I guess, what do we call it in Stampin' Up! World? I still crinkled seam binding. See, so I'm pretty much on top of that. And I'm going to tie a bow around this mat here. Now, I will tell you something. I do not chintz on ribbon. There's nothing worse than trying to tie something pretty and you have a little bit of ribbon. I will pay the extra 2 cents to cut an extra 2 inches of ribbon. And I know I waste a lot, but it is what it is. So, all right, I'm going to wrap this right around here. I'm going to tie my bow. Okay. That's not a good bow. See, I got all cocky because of the fussy cutting. And now the bows, which I normally excel at, I'm not going to lie, I excel at them, is struggling. I think it's my fingernails. Okay. Somebody out there is all nervous. Like, come on, Julie, you can do it. And yes, I can, and I just did. All right, so I'm going to pull that down just a little bit. I don't want it quite that big. There we go. I think I like that a lot. And trim my edges here. That's a pretty bow. I mean, I'm not going to lie. That's a pretty bow. Okay, so I've got that done now. I'm going to go on and mat this on top of the card, taking special care to make sure that I put it on the right way. What are your favorite colors when you guys stamp? I love these bright colors like this. I would say probably the colors I use the least are pastels. Now, recently I've been using them a little bit more, but most times pastels are the ones I use the least. Okay, so this is what we've got right now. We've got the basis of the cards. Oh, Pam says she loves her baby boss. I'm glad. Jennifer, I think she was meaning joining her team. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Okay. All right, so we've got this. Now, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this piece right here that I stamped. I know right now you're freaking out about that line. Don't. Okay, don't freak out. I don't want you to worry. Okay, you'll see the mess up on the back right there. No one's going to know except us, right? Because it is magic paper. Now, remember this piece right here that I fussy cut? All right, watch this. Let me grab some dimensionals out of my handy dandy bag that I keep over here. I'm going to put a couple dimensionals on the teacup. And now I'm going to take the teacup and put it over that. All right, look at that. See, so now we have that green accent on the bottom, the green apple green accent. We have the teacup here kind of standing out on its own. And then, okay, now this is the part where you're going to get kind of mad. I punched out a heart using the glitter paper that's in the January to April mini catalog. Unfortunately, this heart punch, which went with the Country Bouquet suite, is on back order until April. But if you have a heart punch, you can do any heart punch shape. If you've got some dies with a heart, you can do that. But see how I just put it on there and it just kind of pops that? One more thing to do, because still, some of you are like, Julie, that's so cute. I love it. But you're like, I still see that line. I don't like it. Don't worry about it. We're going to go and we're going to, I don't like, those aren't the ones I want. I'm going to get my, here we go, iridescent rhinestones. And those of you that ordered last week are getting a pack of these in your kit that's coming to you. And you know what? I like them so much. I will include some gems for anybody that orders this week as well as an added bonus. So iridescent, I'm going to go with this darker color. Use my take a pick tool. Look at there, it's gone. Get a couple smaller ones. And remember, guys, What have I told you guys before? That when you do these, you like going in groups of 3. It's a little more aesthetically pleasing. And ta-da! Card number 1 is done. Really not that difficult of a card to make, was it? I mean, it really wasn't that difficult to make. So I hope that you liked that. You don't have a favorite color, Jen? Depends what DSP you're using. I hear you on that. Okay, so this is what we have. Card number 1. So remember, should you decide that you want to order the free online party, you have an opportunity that you will get all of these for free. Okay, pre-cut. All right, so there's card number 1. Let's move that to the side, and I'll come back and show it again in a little bit. I'm going to move it to the side, and now I'm going to go to a 3D project. Okay, now this is an oldie but a goodie, and I feel as if maybe some of you have made it before, maybe you haven't, I don't know. But this is going to be for the men in our life, okay? Because you know how a man is. I mean, we want to give them maybe a little get well treat, but it's got to be masculine, and you know how a man is. A man isn't going to be like, oh, I'm sick. You know, they like to. Well, actually, that's not true. A man is going to maybe like amp it up 100%. But anyway, so this is going to be a gift basket, okay? Now, here's the thing. I'm using 12 by 12, all right? You could use 9 by 9 if you want to. You can make a little one going 6 by 6, but you're going to see why you want to do it in these increments here. So I'm going to take my scoring blade, and on this 12 by 12 piece, I'm going to score it 4 inches. So you want it in quadrants of 3. And then I'm going to score it, let me pull that side out, at 8 inches. Yeah, 4 inches and 8 inches, okay? Again, using the scoring blade. Then I'm going to switch it, turn it here, 4 inches, okay, and 8 inches. All right, that's it. That's it for the scoring. So basically what I have here is what looks, sorry about that, so it looks like, I'm going to see if you can see it, like a tic-tac-toe, okay? You can see how the lines are going this way and they're going this way. So I have even quadrants here. All right, that's why you want to go in like 9 by 9, 6 by 6. Now what I'm going to do, hi Fiona, I'm going to fold this, and you want a really good fold, okay? So you can take your bone folder, but you want to fold this really well. I'm going to fold here. Does anybody know what I'm making? Have you guys made this before? Jen. Yeah. You know, right? When your husband's sick. Yeah, Jen, I'll post some instructions online. Don't worry about it. So, okay. I mean, I think so far it's pretty easy, but anything that's tricky, I'll, of course, post it online for you. Okay, so now I folded this up. Now, here's the thing, okay? You can take a scoring blade and you can score, if you want to, in these corners here, like from this tip to there, from this corner to here. So like 4 little diagonals there, and then again there. But I don't even think you need to, all right? Because watch. I'm going to make sure you can see this here. I'll go right here. I think you can see it here. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to reach up, and I'm going to kind of push these pieces in and get that point right there. And then just crease it down. So see, I mean, the paper kind of does it anyway for you. All right. So now I have that crease there. Same thing over here. All right. Put my fingers right on these edges here. Okay. Bring them together to meet. And when I do that, okay, there we go. The pieces come together like that. I just lay it down to crease it. Okay. So I got that. Same thing over here. Lay it down. See what's happening here? So I'm getting these creases. Here, now I'm going to tell you, this one didn't hit right on the point. I'm going to go back to that one and fix it, because you want it to be a nice fold there. So the fold starts right there at the point where that paper comes together. There. Well, that one's just going to be a little hinky. I'm not going to worry about it. And then one last one right here. Okay, bringing those pieces together, laying it down and folding it. Okay. But Jen, I love that you share tips. That's great. Okay. So, light touch. Okay, so see what I've done here? All right, I've folded these corners in. Now, what I'm going to do is take a paper punch. Back in the day, y'all remember we had the crocodile? You guys remember the crocodile? Where'd my hole punch go? Give me a sec. I know. Oh, I think it's over here. Yep, here it is. I've got my little supplies for this project here. So I'm going to just take a hole punch. This is just a 1/4-inch hole punch here. And I'm going to go in and just eyeball it and punch holes right there. So you guys, but I know you remember the crocodile. Crocodile, I mean, you could punch holes in anything. I still have one and I use it sometimes. I need to punch holes in something, I don't know, really thick. Okay, so see how I've got these holes here? All right, next thing I'm going to do is I am going to take this ribbon here. This is kind of a masculine looking ribbon. It's called the frayed ribbon. And I'm going to cut a piece, probably 16 inches or so. That should be plenty because I'm not going to tie a pretty bow or anything for this. Okay, so this is the frayed ribbon. It comes in white. That's the only color. And I'm going to weave that through these holes. Okay. So again, this is really easy. I have done no cutting on this. This is just a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock, all right? And, or not cardstock, DSP. And just scored it at 3 inches and 6 inches. No, that's not true. Don't listen to me on that. I scored it at 4 inches and 8 inches on 2 of the sides, making myself what appears to be a little tic-tac-toe looking device. Okay, now, I'm going to play around with this a little bit and get it even. But look what happens when you tie your knot. And you can make it as loose. Okay, if you made it looser, it would hang out a little bit. Or you can pull it up tight, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm going to trim that down. But look at this. You've got this little basket now. Super, super easy. Okay. And I've kind of got it in these masculine colors here, right? So that makes it such that now you've got these 4 quadrants that you can put a gift in if you wanted to. So what would I put in here for a guy? I would put in maybe, I don't know. I would put in some cough drops. I might put in some chocolate. I might put in, gosh, what do you think? What do you guys think? What else would you guys put in? What else would you guys put in when you have this? You put in something though for guys. So let me show you a finished product with it, because actually I wanted to decorate it a little bit and still make it kind of masculine. And as a side note, let's just stop for a minute because I want you guys to see, and I'm going to show you this up close. I know you're getting like a really, really close view right now. A gift card, Debbie? Yes, you could put a gift card in it. But I want you to think about this. I'm using it as a gift well thing for a man to put like manly things in, right? Some Advil or something. But you could make this little basket for Easter for somebody. You could make this basket as a Christmas gift. You can make this basket for Mother's Day. I mean, you can make this for anything. Breath mints, hot chocolate, cookies, Kleenex, Tums. Yes, you guys are smart. Excellent. You could make it for anything. So let me show you. Let me make a little tag for it. So I need to tell you, it was Matt's birthday. I know you're like, what are you talking about, Julie? We're talking about, you know, get well and stuff. It was Matt's birthday this past week. He turned 26. Cannot believe I have a 26-year-old son. But yet, here we are. Some of you guys, Debbie, I know you remember him when he was little, right? Anyway, so I made a card for him using the Adorable Owls. And that's what I'm going to do right here for this. I think, even though it is a cutesy kind of thing, I still think it's really good for a man. I think it can be fine. Very masculine. Well, not very masculine, but fun. Besides, we all know, you guys, when they're sick, they're not masculine anyway, are they? Don't tell Mark I said that, please. Don't tell Mark I said that. But they do act a little bit non-masculine. So anyway, I'm going to stamp my owl. I've already cut out a circle here. This is going to be my tag. I've already cut out a circle using the stitched shapes. I am going to take a sentiment now. using, you guys, I got all together and got things all organized and stuff here too ahead of time. But I don't know where I put that stamp set. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Saleabration, Sending Support, the Sending Support stamp set. So this is also one that you can get for free with a $50 order. So I am going to use this, and it's the one that says it's okay not to feel okay. Because on the flip side with a guy, you have some guys that just like embrace their sickness, and then you have other guys that will be like the Walking Dead, and they're like, no, I'm not sick. I'm not sick. So I'm going to take this one. It's okay not to feel okay. And lightly put that right here. It's like the Alice saying that. So I'm using 2 free Saleabration options. I've got the owl, and then I've got it's okay not to feel okay. Both of these stamp sets are free with a $50 order. Want them both? Place a $100 order. See how I math like that? So I've got these. I'm going to color the owl a little bit. Now I am going to use the blends, which I love. If you haven't been around stamping for a while, blends may be new to you, but they're an alcohol marker, and they are great to use. They come in a set of 2, a light and a dark. I'm using the lights here because the dark, it's pretty dark. Now for this, I'm just coloring. I'm not doing shading or anything like that because I think I've told you guys before. I'm not a great colorer, so I'm just gonna do this. Okay, so I use the light pumpkin pie, and you know what? Here's the thing. I don't know if owls have orange feet and beaks or not. I don't know, but I also know this. It's my card, and I can make it however I want it to be, right? So got that. Now this is and I'm going to tell you a secret about this one. This is the Tahitian Tide. So that's a new in color. When I got it, the top was kind of off. And so the tip on this end has dried. And I'm going to see if I can, maybe you guys know this. Do you guys know if, oh, thank you, Debbie. And you put the golf thing, you know. Do you guys know if you can like re-moisten these tips? Because the brush part works fine. Okay. It's just that one tip that had dried out. So anyway, so I've got that Tahitian Tide. I'm going to experiment. I'll let you guys know. And then for the body, I'm going to use the light soft suede. Now when I color here, I like to outline with the thin end. You'll notice that you see that thin line there. That means that's the thin end. The thicker line means it's the brush end. So I like to do it with the thin. See if some of you guys are already like, you went out of the lines. If you know me at all, this is what you will know about me, is I will color outside the lines, but not a lot. Not a lot. It's like, I like to be edgy-ish. So, yeah, I'm not the girl that goes totally outside the lines, but I'll go a little bit. So you see, I just kind of outline first with the thin end, and then that makes it super easy for me to fill it in with the brush tip end. I also like this owl in crumb cake, but my crumb cake wide end is really frayed. I used it at a class. And so I have new crumb cake blends coming in. That's the thing. We talked about it last week with blender pens, didn't we? That the tip, you don't want it to fray. So really, if you can color using the side of your blender pen, that works out really well. So there we go. I've got my tag. Debbie, he is so cute. And look, I want to show you something, Debbie. You can see you've got the little owl here that I just used with the bow tie. For Matt's card, I used the owl with the party hat, and I will see if Matt will take a picture of that and send it to me. I should have taken a picture ahead of time, but then I'll post it and share it with you guys. You got the little owl flying, and then you've got 3 sentiments. It's your day, my friend, and hoo, you're so cute. So really cute for a $50 order. And you know, you might want to restock, or maybe you haven't stamped for a while and you're like, I want to get in it again a little bit. I can help with that. I know a girl. I'm going to go back to my hole punch here. Punch right there. I'm going to cut a little bit of linen thread because I'm going to tie this guy. Going back to my little project here. I'm going to tie this guy right here around the top. I want a long piece of linen thread though, so that the tag kind of hangs down a little bit. Okay. that through. I'm kind of making this bow up as I go. I don't even know if it's going to work. We're going to find out though, aren't we? Tie that right there. Oh, it did work. Look at that. And so there we go. We've got this project. We've got our owl. It's okay to not feel okay. You guys have given me great tips. We put a gift card in here. We can put some cough drops. We can put some Tums. We can put tissue. We can put chocolate, anything. And then, like I said, we can also use this for any number of things. Easter, Christmas, birthday, any gift, anything that you want to do. So I love this box because it's so easy. And when I move the camera back up, you guys are going to see how cute it is. Brenda, do play with your owl this afternoon. And if you have something ready by Creating for Christ, you can show us then. No pressure. But this is a great project. It's an oldie but a goodie, and it's easy and quick and great. So there we go. We'll put that aside now. So again, remember, if you place the order, you'll get a 12 by 12 piece of paper from me. You'll get all of that. You don't get stamped images because I can't do that, right? That's against Stampin' Up! Rules, okay? All right, I'm going with another card. Jen, you told me last week, Jennifer, that you liked the tissue box. Well, get ready. We're going to play with the tissue box with this stamp set. So back to Speedy Recovery, okay? I'm going to go with a white base, and I would use a thick white and score it. So I didn't have a piece of thick white handy, so I just grabbed this. Then I cut down another white piece to 4 by 5 1/4. You could take your circle dies and use those, but I'm a little lazy. I still have my 2-inch punch. So I'm going to punch. Okay. So these are my base pieces right here. On a scrap piece of paper, I'll go back and grab another scrap. On a scrap piece of paper, I am going to stamp the tissue box from the Speedy Recovery stamp set. Okay, are you guys sensing a theme here with Speedy Recovery? I mean, we're using it a lot. So, we're using it a lot as soon as I can see where I just put it. Come back to me. Come back to me. You guys, how weird. I mean, it was just right here. Which probably means I put it... on the ground somewhere. Now see, this is where people feel sorry for me. I'm okay with that though. Okay. Speedy. Oh, got it. Okay, good. So I'm gonna take the tissue box out now. Super cute. And I think now we have used just about all of the stamps over the last 2 weeks. If you weren't here last week and didn't see those projects, if you're on my email list, I emailed them out to you. If you are not on my email list, there's a video still in this group, Stamping with Julie. Jennifer, you're so encouraging. You've got this. You can do it. Again, look how great that stamps. Look how great that stamps. So, stamp that. Going back to Fussy Cutting World, I'm going to go on and fussy cut this out. I don't know if I'll do it as well this time, but just do the best I can. Okay? So, again, fussy cutting the tissue box. Next week is class 3 for this Get Well, and I am going to do something with a tissue box, like a real tissue box. So, that's one of the projects for that. I think you guys will like it. I like it. Okay, and next week we'll have 4 projects as well. 2 cards, 2 3Ds. And I'm thinking about what my next series is going to be. We'll take a little bit of a break, but then we'll start another one. Can you guys think of a good series theme that you might like? If you can, share it here. I won't do Valentine's because we'll be past that, you know. So I'm not going to do that. You guys, I'm telling you what. I mean, I don't want to brag, but I'm going to. I mean, I've done really well. Really well on the fussy cutting, just so you know. Okay, so I got that. So that's going to go over here. So far I've got 3 pieces. All right, 3 pieces. Now I'm going to go back to Speedy Recovery. I'm going to grab the Sending Wishes Your Way. Oh, Father's Day, Cindy. Like maybe a masculine one. That would be good. Easter would be good. Jessica from Stampin' Up Blessing did a card. When you opened it, it was like a little tissue box popped up. That's cute. And I am going to do next week, one of the cards I'm going to do is going to be a pop-up card, because some of you, Jennifer, you were one of them, asked me if I would do, I shared a tutorial for a pop-up card, and you were like, can you do that? The tutorial was just pictures of it. And I was like, yeah, I'll do that for you. So I'll do that next week. I'll create a pop-up card. Okay. Sending well wishes your way. I am going to grab this tag punch. Okay, this is the tailored tags. This is from Tailored Tags. If you guys haven't used Tailored Tags or the tag die, I want you to know it's a really great set of dies to have. Really great. I'm going to go back to the Baby Boss here. And also, I want to know this too, because I'm trying to make these, you know, something that is respectful of your time. Sometimes, like, I would do these and have all the die cutting and everything done ahead of time. If you like that, let me know, because I'm happy to do that ahead of time and you guys don't have to watch this part of it. But then other people, no, I want to see every single solitary step. So, I don't know. I'll probably just alternate through, because different people like to learn in different ways. So, I've got my tag here now. I mean, you know, I like the Mother's Day, Father's Day. I can kind of tie that whole thing in to masculine cards too. So, I mean, I like that combination. Okay, so I've got this. I'm going to do one more thing here. You see the hearts, the spoonful? I think that looks like a spoonful of sugar, don't you? A spoonful of sugar. I'm going to take that. I'm going to stamp that with Granny Apple Green. I love Granny Apple Green, I'm not going to lie. And that's going to go right here. Okay, got that. So we have a lot of pieces here right now, a lot of pieces. And I know you guys are kind of like wondering how it's all going to come together. Well, I want to pull out one more piece. This is a DSP background. Again, using that Bright Flowers paper. I'm using this Granny Apple Green stripe right here. Oh my gosh, you totally hear the teacher in me, Brenda. Different people like to learn different ways. This is so funny. As I was saying it, I thought about teaching. You're exactly right. I mean, that 100%. You know me well. You're picking up on stuff. Okay, it's time to put things together. So I've got my base. I am going to take this and this. This green and white, Granny Apple Green and white, is going behind this little circle that I punched out right there, okay? So I want to just kind of position it so that I know that it works. I cut this to 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So it's just a square. The circle punch that I used is 2 inches by 2 inches. So it's just a little bit wider. I could put the floral piece showing, but I like the green stripe. And again, this isn't necessarily a masculine design at all, but it's not quite as floral, maybe or feminine as if I use the other side. I am going to use my dimensionals to pop dot the mat. Now remember, the mat is the piece that I put that I punched the hole out of. And so I'm going to remove that. Okay. Now this will go right here. It's kind of centered. This mat is cut to, I need to slide it over a little bit. This mat is cut to 4 by 5 1/4. So one thing here, guys, don't be afraid to make adjustments with paper and stuff to move it if you need to. It's not a big deal, okay? Nobody's going to see this section anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I like this Take a Pick tool, though, to help me pick that up. There we go. That's going to work better. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so I've got that, all right? Remember that little tissue box? You can guess where it's going. Dimensionals, and it's going right in the center of that circle. Okay, and now I'm using the edges of my dimensionals because all my nice, neat circles are already used up. But always use the edges. You guys know this. I know there's trained professionals in here. Tissue box goes right there. You can see how it's coming together. last thing I need to do is take this tag, going back to that white seam binding, okay? That white seam binding. And I'm going to weave it right through the hole for the tag. Don't you love the stitched look too with these tags? I'm telling you, the tag bundle is a good bundle to have. And I want to tie a bow, so I gave myself plenty of seam binding to use. I'm not even going to try to tie the bow right now. I'm just going to show you the end project. That's it. Okay. So I've added again some of the iridescent gems, but this is a simple card and it is an easy card, but just some of the little things on it give it some fun dimensions, some fun things that you can do. So that is project number 3. So we've made this card using Speedy Recovery. We've made this card using Speedy Recovery. And then we have made our masculine gift basket. So last project here. So I kind of have saved the best for last. All right. How many of you use window sheets? How many of you use window sheets? Let me pull something up here because I want you to see this. Look at this project. I've got my window sheet project here. We're making this box. I've put some Get Well kind of candies in there. Let me show you exactly how I've done it. Perfect, Brenda. I've got window sheets that I have not used for a while, but we're going to use them now. Okay, so my window sheet, listen up closely. This has been cut to 10.5 inches. These come as 12 by 12. It's been cut 10.5 inches by 3. Okay, on the 10.5 inch side, okay? Let me scoot some things out of the way here. On the 10.5 inch side, that's the long side, I'm going to score at, and I will put directions up for this, okay? I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. Now look, you need to press hard on a window sheet. Jen was right about on DSP, you use a light touch. On the window sheet, you want to press down, okay? Because it's a much thicker consistency. 3 inches, 5.5 inches, and 8 inches, okay? So that's it. 1/2 inch, 3 inches, 5.5 inches, and 8 inches. And you can see the scoring lines here, okay? All right, now I'm gonna fold. Now the folding feels weird. It's not a natural fold. It's gonna feel weird when you fold it, okay? But you can do it, all right? And this box is gonna be very forgiving. You're gonna see because, and I definitely use your bone folder, the pieces that hold it together on the top and the bottom, if you don't quite get this just right, they cover that, all right? Pretty much anything I make is going to have a safety mechanism built in. All right, well, Jen, you bought them, you hadn't used them. You're getting ready to because you're going to make one of these. Okay, now again, this can be, I did it for Get Well, but you guys can do it for anything. I mean, Valentine's is coming up, okay? So you can do it for anything. And then we have this one end here, the 1/2 inch part. That's how we're going to fasten this together. All right. Okay. All right. So you can kind of see how this is going to work, right? Okay. All right. Let me show you how to make the top and the bottom part. Okay. So you've cut a piece of cardstock. And again, I'll put all these dimensions here. Okay. You've cut a piece of cardstock to 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. It's just a square, okay? You're gonna score it on all four sides at 3/4 of an inch. So let me do that real quick. Score all four sides at 3/4 of an inch. So this is easy, okay? So far, everything we've done is easy, but this is gonna be, it's gonna be a big wow. I think people are gonna like it. Okay. So I scored it at 3/4 of an inch on all four sides. Now, I want to go on and put my decorations on here before I actually do my cutting and my manipulating. So again, going back to that paper that I talked about, the bright flowers, I've cut a piece, and this piece, let me think, is 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. So I've cut that. That's going to be the top of my project here. All right. So I'm going to go on and put that down. And that's going to go right in the center square here. Okay. And it's designed to kind of mat in there and fit perfectly. Okay. Then I have cut 4 pieces. All right. So this is a little bit like, I normally wouldn't spend this much time on this part, but it looks cute. I've cut 4 pieces at 5/8 of an inch by 2.5. And they're coordinating. I mean, they came from the same DSP pack. Those are all going to go on these edges here. Okay. There's 1 and 2. I love using mismatched DSP that it's not exactly right, but it goes together because of the colors. I love that. 3 and 4. Okay. All right. So that's what I've got now. All right. Now I'm ready to do my cutting. I mean, you don't have to do this first, but it makes it so much easier. So a lot of times people say cut on the slits here and here, and then again on the opposite side. I am doing that too, but I'm going to save a step because I like to angle my slits. I think things fold in better. So rather than cutting the slit, I have found if you just go on and just cut that angle, go straight up to the line there. So got that. That. Okay. And that, so this is my top. I'm ready to go. I am going to use, you guys tell me, because you know, I'm going to use tear and tape for this. Whenever you're doing a project like this that requires you to bend and manipulate the paper, tear and tape is the route you want to go. And I mean, honestly, it lasts forever because I'm just using little pieces, right? So I've got this. Okay. Easy tip to get tear and tape off. Run your bone folder over it, releases the tension. Glenda Travelstead taught me this. I don't know if you guys have been around long enough to remember Glenda Travelstead. She's a great demonstrator. Really good. And then I'm going to use my take a pick tool just to pull the backing off. And the days of me wrestling with tear and tape are over. There we go. See? Easy, easy. Okay. I am now ready to put this box lid together. And you guys know the drill on this. You just fold it down and then fold in and adhere. You can see that box lid start to come together. Okay. So that's that. That's how easy that comes together. Now, you're going to make 2 of these. One for the top and one for the bottom. I've already done the bottom one. It doesn't have anything cute on it. Okay? Let's go back to this window sheet that we have folded up into the shape of a box. All I'm going to use here are 2 glue dots. Okay? Because I don't want a lot of adhesive showing through. So I'm going to put a window or a glue dot on one end of that 1/4 inch section. And then again on the other end. And you're going to see these aren't going to show at all because the box lid in the box base is going to cover it up. So I've got this, right? I've got my box base. This is going to go down in here. Oh, do you see how it's coming together? I got my box lid. This is when I would put whatever I want to put. I'll put a few more of these little things in here, okay? Put in whatever you want to put. Put your box lid on. And ta-da! You've got your project. I'm going to show you the finished project, that I already did. I used a different DSP for this. But look at there. See, I tied the ribbon around it, so it kind of holds that together. Is that not the cutest thing? So, let me pull the camera up and let's talk. I'm back! I'm back! Okay, so let's talk. Let's talk about these projects now. You can kind of see the 3Ds better, okay? So see, the window sheet makes the box. So I've got the lid on the top. I decorated it with a tag. It's okay to not feel okay. The same thing. And I used some of the flowers from, these are in the annual catalog. They go with the butterfly set. But I used some of those. I tied it with the Fresh Freesia ribbon. So that's project 1 that we did. Project 2, or this isn't in the exact right order, but we made this card. Super cute. We made this card. So we got some speedy recovery cards. And then we made this gift box for the men in our life who don't like to admit that they are sick. So here's this one. This is one that I did earlier, just using a different paper. Again, from that Bright Flowers. So, all right, so 4 projects. You're going to get all the pieces cut, prepped, ready for you should you choose to order. I'll put an ordering link in the post so that you can see it. 12 by 12 piece, that. Projects for this card and envelopes. Projects for this card and envelopes. And then projects to make, or pieces to make, this little box, which again, here is what the finished one looks like. So that's what I've got. Pam, I'm so glad that you like that last box. Right? It's way cuter than a paper box. Yay, I taught y'all something. I'm so glad you like it. Sharon, thank you. I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen you, well, since you moved to Florida, but I hope you're doing great. I really do. You guys, Sharon Rubinick on here, you should see this stuff that she does. I mean, she's like an amazing paper crafter, really. I mean, she's so good. So anyway, so that's what we've got. Let me scroll through comments here real quick and see what I'm missing. You gave me some great ideas for Mother's Day and Father's Day. You encouraged me with all of the things. So you guys are great. Thank you so much. Let me reiterate one more time. $35 order, you get all of the pre-cut and prep supplies. $50 order, you get that. Iridescent rhinestones and the supplies pre-cut and prepped. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. I have a new thing coming that I'm starting. And I'm not going to tell you about it yet, but I'm pretty excited about it. So I will be back next Monday at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time with 4 more projects. It's the last class of the Get Well Soon series, and it'll be fun. So thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you guys soon. Creating for Christ, friends. I'll see y'all tonight. All right. Bye-bye.